The Mountain Dew ARCA Series heads from the short track in Martinsville, Virginia to Talladega, Alabama at the 2.66-mile Talladega Superspeedway for the Aaron's 200. And for the second straight race, Evan Hunter is cleaning the pole in the 7 car. To his outside in second is Silas Orton, the 06. Then third is Jason Larker, fourth is Riley Spurley-Tube, and Marshall Burrow rounds out the top 5. Then second in points, Luke Jones is 6th. 7th place is Juan Garcia, 8th is Mathis Wells, and 9th is Tyler Fink, and Landon Lyons rounds out the top 10 in the 78 car. Rest of the field, there's Greg Graff, who's outside Jaden Jacobs in the 37. And there's Christian Vargas with Nolan Rempel in the 63. Behind them, Stephen Thompson and Joe Sandrovich. James Ellison looking to go 2 in a row, Trey Wright in the 34 car. And we have Derek Bouchard with Julius Anderson. Behind them, Roger Ray and Benny Watson. And there's Will Parrish and Charlie Davenport with Ryan Brommer and Sky Commons. With Sean Richardson and Zachary DeLello. Behind them, Edwin Mendez and Jake West. And we have Jose Mills with Mateo Montoya, with Luke Rainey and Keegan Thompson, and Danny Bright and Colin Teague, Sebastian Kukulon and Mark Owens, Nicholas Valdez and Trey Rainey, and in 41st, rounding out the field, is our points leader, the 25 of Zach Winkle. There is our field for the Aaron's 200 at the Talladega Superspeedway. Let's go pack racing with the starting command.
Drivers, start your engines!
41 cars rolling off the starting grid in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series Aaron's 200, the 5th race of the Mountain Dew ARCA Series season. So with Luke Jones starting up in the 6th position and Zach Winkle start back in 41st, will the shuffle work in Winkle's favor to try and keep the points? There's a nice gap over Luke Jones, but one bad race right here at Talladega could change the points complexity big time. But second race in a row, Evan Hunter is starting the pole. Can he try and redeem himself from the Martinsville loss they had? He finished second in that race behind the 34 of Trey Wright. So last race we went to the half-mile paperclip, very, very little banking there, and now we're at 2.66 mile, 33 degrees of banking around the corners. It's going to be an interesting race for sure at Talladega. Hunter and Orta, front row for the Aaron's 200. Larker, Spurley-Tube with Marshall Burrow also rounding out the top 5. 12 laps of action at the Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama. Down to the restart zone. We are green flag racing at Talladega. The outside lane staying committed on the first lap. Silas Orta from second on the outside leads lap number 1. To the inside, Juan Garcia wants that spot in the 8 down low as they're 3 and 4 wide already back at turn number 1. And this is close racing, hard racing here at Talladega. 3-4 wide. We are getting to the braking corner area. Juan Garcia clear down the backstretch. Stephen Thompson, the 52, moves to the bomb lane. Here comes Derek Bouchard, the 23, looking for a spot down low, looking for some running room. Down the back, a hungry pack of cars. A little bit 4 wide, mostly 3 wide. Off to turn number 3. Bouchard getting up to that 52 car. Charlie Davenport with those 2 down low as they race their way off turn 4. First time at full speed off corner number 4 for 190 miles an hour in the draft. Stephen Thompson, 52, still clearing the lead. Charlie Davenport, 02 down low for a second. 3 wide behind for 4th. As to the inside, Edwin Mendez, the 15th, to run to the start-finish line. Thompson leads the lap to the inside. 3 wide, Edwin Mendez. With him is Jake West and Luke Rainey. Trying to tell if that's the 9. It is the 9 of Danny Bright. As they come through 1 and 2. Thompson clear, Mendez clear. As now the 15 pulls low down the back. Luke Rainey is closest pusher. Danny Bright with the 2. Here comes the driver star 41st to the bottom lane. Points leader, Zach Winkle, coming into the picture. He wants to gain points on the number 27, Luke Jones. He's inside the top 5 as they work their way off turn number 4. And it's going to be 3rd by the time they get to the start-finish line. Might even be higher than that. Danny Bright inside lane with a run on Edwin Mendez for the top spot. How about the 25? Zach Winkle 3 wide in the tri-oval. He wants to lead the lap to the start-finish line. And he did. Winkle leads the lap 5. Bonus points towards the championship right there. And they're 4 wide for second to turn 1. It's Trey Rainey down low. He has a nice run going as well. Keegan Thompson giving him a nice boost. Sky Commons, Roger Wright trying to emerge on the bottom lane. As they're 4 wide further back in the field. They don't want Zach Winkle to lead many laps as well. Someone needs to get up there and help Trey Rainey out to make a move. That 25 can stay clear and lead a second lap. Can you try to get the most laps led and get 5 more bonus points? So they work their way through 3 and 4. Trey Rainey looks for a run from Sky Commons and Roger Wright. They come off turn number 4. Zach Winkle's a nice gap over the field. They're still 4 right behind. Commons to the end. South with Evan Hunter, our Pulsar coming back. But it's going to be Zach Winkle to lead the lap again. It's a second straight lap led. Winkle leads. Evan Hunter looking 3 wide in Commons. The 54 though shuts the door. Here comes Mark Owens and Julius Aronson in the bottom lane. Bright number 77, Bright Blue number 43. And 4 wide further back in the field, down the back stretch. Front of the field getting a little spread out. Evan Hunter down low. Julius Aronson with them. Comes Mateo Montoya. Mark Owens out of line 3 wide. The 43 car with a run to the inside. Wait for third. Hunter to the back of that 25. Wants to put Zach Winkle at the racetrack, trying to get to the inside. They come off corner number 4. Hunter with a run, trying to get there. Mark Owens, the 43 with them. Hunter, though, stays in line for now. Here comes Benny Watson, the 66. Riley Sprague to the 28 coming back. Zach Winkle leads 3rd consecutive lap at Talladega. Hunter has a nice run going. Remember, he started on the pole. Never led a lap. Because on the first lap, Orta got to the outside and got by. Front 4. Single file trying to pull away. It's Winkle, Hunter, Owens, Watson. Ellison inside the top 5. The 30 car off the corner down the backstretch. Watson makes the move, and here comes Evan Hunter with them. 7 car down low in front of the 66. And look at Tyler Fink shuffling. Try getting the draft down the back. He'll look low in the 48. But up at the front of the field, side by side. Zach Winkle up top. Down low, Evan Hunter, the 7 car. He's going to get to the front off turn number 4. Hunter to the lead. Start on the pole. Benny Watson, top 10 points. He's to the bottom lane now. He wants to lead a lap for 5 points. Tyler Fink, 18 car with him. Jaden Jacobs, 37 down to the double yellow line. To the start-finish line. Benny Watson leads to the start-finish. Jaden Jacobs 3 wide for second to the turn number 1. And 6 laps remain at Talladega. We're into the second half of the Aaron's 200. No accident yet, but 3 and 4 wide racing all over the field. Down the back stretch. Here comes Zachary DeLello outline the 57. How about Mathis Wells, the 41? 3 wide to the bottom. Nolan Rumpel with him, the 63. That's 3 wide for second down the back stretch. Wells going to have that position to turn number 3 with the big push. As Watts has issue to the bottom lane, he goes to the apron. 66 out of commission to the apron with an issue. And he knows the issue fast. He got down low, and everyone's still left in it. Jaden Jacobs around the outside now. Tyler Fink, the 18 to the bottom lane. Winkle with him, the 25. It slowed the inside a little bit, but once they get back going, they should be able to catch up to these front about 7. Zach Winkle out of line. Fink leads the lap. 5 to go. Winkle, the 25, down low, pushing the 48 of Christian Vargas. Here comes Kukul on the 5, and the second pack now rejoining. That was a great job by Benny Watson as well, noticing he had an issue and getting out of the way before he had that issue while he was maybe stuck up top or off turn 4. Great job by Watson, but heartbreak for him because he was running at the front of the field. It spread the pack out a little bit, and it's allowed Zach Winkle to get back to the front to try and lead more laps. He's led about 3 so far today, looking to make another one, coming to 4 to go. Zach Winkle wants to extend that points over Luke Jones. Currently the 27 car runs on the outside lane, up top 3 wide, falling back on the outside lane, getting a nice run on the outside there. The 37, looks like he's going to be down now in the middle lane, at the outside. Evan Hunter coming back in 7 car. He's the one that took the lead from the 25 of Zach Winkle. We'll see if he can do it once again as they come off the corner and down the backstretch. Now Benny Watson's leaving pit road. So obviously the issue is only a tire, so it wasn't mechanical. Question is, how are they going to get around him? They're 3 and 4 wide. They're coming up on him in turns 3 and 4. Hopefully, though, Watson's best before they catch him off turn 4. They're going to go high around him. To the outside for Zach Winkle and Evan Hunter. 66 sliding up the racetrack. Trying to give the bottom lane some room. But the front 2 separate themselves. They break away as Watson trying to find a way to get around. Obviously, he's not slower. He just came off pit road. He'll be back up speed, but it's allowed the front 2 to break away Coming to 3 laps to go in the ARCA at Talladega. Yellow flag would end the race. 3 laps remain. To the inside for third. It's Jason Larker the 10. Do they have enough time to run down the front 2 who have pulled a nice gap? It's Larker, Jacobs, Sandrovich, Will Parrish. How about Bouchard on the bottom lane? Down the backstretch there in the draft and gaining fast. 5, even 6 miles an hour faster in the draft of the front 2. They will catch this next lap. Oh, they're coming. They're going to have a huge run off turn 4. Does Jason Larker take to the inside? Is Jacobs with them? Huge run off turn 4. Jason Larker takes the run to the bottom. Jaden Jacobs as well goes even lower. 3 wide for second position. Coming to 2 laps to go at Talladega. Our points there continues to lead. The Aaron's 200, 2 laps remain. Jacobs with Sandrovich and Will Parrish. Now the 11 out of line. 3 wide allows Jacobs to get clear for second. Parrish, Bouchard, Lyons, Bright, Garcia, Davenport, Mendez, bottom lane, trying to come forward and get to Zach Winkle. Down the backstretch. The 11 out of line now for second position. Gonna stall themselves out. Allow that 25 stay clear for now. We've seen a lot of last lap passes here at Talladega though. Can they try and form some lines? Get the run to get by that 25. We're gonna find out. They come off turn 4. To the inside land lines. Danny Bright the 9 with them. Danny Bright 3 wide with Juan Garcia and Charlie Davenport. Coming around to the white flag. Zach Winkle leads the race. Last lap at Talladega. Danny Bright looking for a run. Halted by Juan Garcia to turn number 1. Garcia's a nice run going to that 25. Can't make it to the bottom lane. Davenport with them. Along with Edwin Mendez, Luke Rainey, Mark Owens. Off the corner, down the backstretch. 3 cars clear. Up the racetrack for Juan Garcia. Looking for a run to get to the 25 of Zach Winkle. Can't quite get the help quite yet. Into turn number 3 for the final time. Zach Winkle, our points leader, leads the race. Luke Ray rewind the 2 car, can't get there and help the 8, push them forward. Here they come out turn for remember the start finish line way down the other end, but no one close to Zach Winkle. Our points leader dominating at Talladega. Winkle out in front, the battle behind for second. Luke Ray to the bottom lane, but to the checkered flag. Zach Winkle dominates and wins the Aaron's 200 at Talladega. Our points leader dominates and will extend the points lead even more. Zach Winkle wins the Aaron's 200 at the Talladega Superspeedway. Let's go see the finish results after race number 5 of the season. Here are the finish results from the Aaron's 200 at the Talladega Superspeedway. We never had a caution flag during the race, and 5 lead changes, 5 different drivers leading laps here today at Talladega. But Zach Winkle leads 8 of the 12 laps to get to victory lane. Absolute domination for the 25 here today. He started last in the race, comes up to win. Luke Rainey may move for second at the end, and didn't have a shot at the lead. He ends up in the second position. Juan Garcia ends up third, Nicholas Valdez in fourth, and Colin Teague in fifth, with Trey Rainey 6th, Riley Spurley-Tube 7th, Edwin Mendez, Ryan Brommer, and Charlie Davenport rounding out the top 10. Looking at the top 20, and you can see the only driver who led a lap inside the top 20, Zach Winkle. All the other lap leaders were down below the top 20, as we look down right here. Evan Hunter from the pole, 21st. South Orta led a lap, 25th. Tyler Finkel led a lap, 28th. Stephen Thompson, 34th. He led a lap. And Benny Watson led a lap. He ends up 41st, a lap down due to some sort of issue, maybe a tire going down on that car. And for Luke Jones, came in second in the points, 31st place finish. Not what he needed to try and gain on Zach Winkle, who ends up leading the race. Winkle actually pulls ahead to a nice points gap as we go now see the point standings. 2 wins on the season for Zach Winkle in 5 races, and it projects him into the points lead. He's 124 points ahead of Juan Garcia, who moves his way up to second. Nicholas Valdez up to third with the win. Fourth is Charlie Davenport, and Ryan Brommer. His win has him in fifth. Then Luke Jones falls to 6th. Jaden Jacobs is 7th. Joe Sandrovich is 8th. Trey Rainey is up to 9th. And Marshall Burrell rounds out the top 10. As we look at our top 20, Trey Wright with his win. He's currently 12th in the point standings. Evan Hunter with his 2 poles, he's down 19th. Benny Watson dropped from 10th down to 17th after a 41st place finisher today at Talladega. But for Zach Winkle, 2 wins in 5 races. He's absolutely dominated so far this season. 124-point gap. That's basically a full race. He can loaf another race. He will still have the points lead most likely. Look down below the top 20. See some drivers down here have had some miserable starts to the season. Some drivers not even recorded a top 10 yet this season. One of them being Roger Ray, down 41st in the points. He's 42 points behind 40th in points, and Ray had another bad day at Talladega. So it's not been a good season so far for Roger Ray, James Ellison, Nolan Rempelsaus, Orta, Spurley Tube, and some of these others down here. 5 races done. The Mount ARCA Series season number 3. We look at to race number 6 of the season, where we'll go to Atlanta for the AMP Energy 150. I will see you guys then.